Anyhow, here we go, everyone. Third match of the day, the qualifying match in the upper bracket, and spawning here the Mexican set player for Team GP. This is Cham.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player. He's red, representing Psy Storm Gaming. It is Bioice. The ex-teammates, if you will.
If you will, of course.
And yeah, we'll see what Bioice has in store for us. Again, like, do you think he was watching? Do you think he was watching the series? Do you think he has anything planned here for Cham?
I mean, I don't know, mate. And does he have any? I mean, first off, let's be honest. Can we really say that anyone has something planned for Cham?
I would argue that Eric came planned. He came prepared. Okay.
Wait, but he lost.
He did. It was close though. It was very close. I love that he went for very interesting builds. Like, obviously the game that he lost was the more straight up game, right? The more standard one. But all the other games, like, he had something a little bit quirky, right? A little bit different to try and catch his opponent off guard. And for the most part, it worked, right? Like, that's what you want to do against someone like Cham, you know?
You know what's the best part, mate? Depending how this series goes, we might get a rematch.
I want a rematch. Like, I want Cham to qualify, like, here in the upper bracket, but at the same time, I also want a rematch as well, you know, because I know it's going to be a good series if they play again.
Look, I'm not ashamed to say that I do not want a rematch, because that means that there is a possibility that the two Latin American players qualify for the tournament, and you know, I'm a Latin American bias, if not anything else.
True, I know, I understand. And I feel the same way. In the end. Oh boy. But we'll see. As so far, Cham playing very standard, going for his third base, you know, droning up, getting his queens. Bioice doing the same, but in a different location.
Yes, Bioice going for the more, what do they call, more front base, that the usual tier base that you take more to the side. So, what's your preference like? What do you think? Some players prefer the most advanced base, and some prefer the more defensive base.
Yeah, I mean, that more forward base usually does indicate aggression, but there are some players who think further ahead, and it's like, we'll take the more risky base first, and the safer base will save for a fourth, right, to help out as the game goes on even longer. So there are two different ways to look at it, but in the ZvZ, it's got to be for aggression, right?
I mean, maybe. I don't know, mate. I don't know. Look. I'm not a third player. I cannot enter the mind of Dota's play such a strange race.
One day, man, we'll convert you. One day.
How dare you? Look. Talk to me when StarCraft 3 comes out, okay?
Speaking of aggression, we have seen a massive wave of lings on the way here for Bioice. We have a couple of banelings on the way as well. Looks like he does want to go across the map. What's important is that Cham was greedy. He did skip his baneling nest. He will not have banelings to defend.
I think Cham just saw it, because he just entered with a bunch of Zerglings, and saw a bunch of Zerglings as well for Bioice, and he might be able to see what's going on. And yeah, Cham is doing 10 roaches at the moment.
Yeah, and Bioice was distracted as well. Like, these lanes were delayed. They should have been across the map already. Finally, they're going to be able to get here, but the roaches are done.
Yeah, roaches are about to come out, and mate, we would know who wins the battle between roaches and Zerglings.
Oh, not if they get surrounded. The lings, they do try and get us around, but the roaches, they get behind the middle line. Oh my god.
Yeah, now more roaches are coming. Even though Bioice may be able to eventually kill these roaches, the trade is definitely not favorable for him, and Cham just holds without any much issue. And now Now Cham, he's the one who is going in a counter attack, and Bioice is not ready, mate. He has 0 roaches on the way.
Oh yeah, this could potentially end the game. We've seen it happen before as Cham is rallying across the map, and Bioice, he's still struggling to get whatever army he has to survive, and the Queen will get surrounded, the Queen will get targeted down, and now the roaches of Cham are about to show up.
Yeah, roaches are showing up, and there's a couple of banelings, there's some settlings, but oh, is Cham not going to commit?
Oh, he lost all his links. He doesn't have that buffer, and it is very dangerous to get surrounded by all those links, so Cham does back off.
Interesting. I was not expecting that at all.
Oh god, I mean, to be fair, Cham, he still has a massive worker lead. Like he,
you say massive. It is only.
Oh my god!
Oh, what happened here? I think Bailing drops.
Yeah. Oh, Bailing's actually waddled in. Oh my god. 2 links snuck in, and Bailings were morphed, and just like that, Cham loses his worker lead.
Yeah, there we go. The worker lead that Cham had suddenly disappeared, and now Bioice is in a really good spot. Cham didn't counterattack him. He had time to build his roaches, and now he's ahead in workers. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a link run by. Okay, he doesn't commit. Cham eventually will get his Baneling Nest. He knows how useful it can be to have just a handful of Banelings to protect your roaches. What's interesting to me is that Cham doesn't have an Evo chamber. He doesn't care about upgrades at all.
I don't know, Light. I don't like it. Unless Cham is gonna be able to end the game in the next 5 minutes, this is just going to be detrimental in the long run.
I mean, speaking of ending the game in 5 minutes, he has not made a single drone ever since he lost them in the main. That worker count has been stuck at 35. Ooh, it looks like it could get lower because there's a massive link run by, but Cham is committed to pushing out across the map.
Yeah, let's see how good it is by the attack by Cham. And meanwhile, Bioice trying to get into main base, but he's going to get blocked. The 2 banelings are coming in.
At the same time, it looks like Cham is trying to force his way into the 3rd base of Bioice. He does have roaches, but does he have enough? It looks like he just barely may. A couple of banelings run in actually. Oh my god.
Yeah, a couple of banelings run in. This is very, very even for both players. I think Cham may be able to get barely just enough to break this, but the defender's advantage is going to be Bioice a lot of defense that he may be able to use, and there we go.
Oh my god, the big dangerous thing is that Cham has finally dealt with the counterattack. Right now, all the links are flooding across the map for Cham. Can he finally break through? He's so close, and it looks like he just barely is.
So close, but yeah, I think he will. The settlings managed to get into the natural base of Bioice. There's not enough roaches in one place to manage to defend against this amount of roaches that Cham has. And now finally, I think he's gonna go for the workers. Question mark? No, again, the defender's advantage with the roaches that are now popping out by Bioice. It should be enough to torch out for the moment.
Wow, Bioice, he does end up cleaning up, and he does defend, and this is dangerous because Bioice has +1 range. Bioice has been working on his upgrades. Cham was droning up because he did realize that he couldn't end the game, but yeah, he's behind in certain respects, and ooh, man, he's pulling a Jim Rising. Bold move, Cham, bold move.
Yeah, will it work though? Will it work? He may be Mexican, but he's not Jim Rising.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this works here for Cham. Bioice, his lair only just started. It's actually very late in comparison. So even though he has certain upgrade advantages, he doesn't have roach speed. So Bioice, yeah, he can't really be as aggressive as he would like, and he backs off.
Man, what a game! This is like seeing 2 boxers just going for the 1-2 to the other player constantly, just trading blows, but neither of these players can get the upper advantage to finish the other.
Exactly. I do think that, like, this Spire, we were talking about it when Pure Legacy was playing. Sometimes mutas can just end the game. Say it again. Sometimes mutas can just end the game. Like it has gone unscouted, man. Like I'm scared for Bioice.
Well, we're about to find out, mate. 6 mutas are on the way at the moment, and there are not spores. How many queens are there? 3 queens only, 1 for each base.
Yeah, there's 3 queens. There's no creep connecting the bases either, so the queens can't really help each other out. There's no spores. There's very limited vision out on the map. And that muta count, it should be being banked up here. Yeah, it's getting higher and higher. Ay, ay, ay. Roaches of Cham doing a really good job at distracting the army.
Yes, I mean, Bioice is going to think, oh, he's only making more and more roaches. I need to make more and more roaches, which is exactly what you don't want when you are playing against a player who is going mutalist in secret.
Exactly, and oh my god, this Overlord is so close yet so far. Still, the mutas, still haven't. Oh no! Oh, I think he just saw them. I think he saw them. He saw them. Oh.
Yeah, he saw them. Spores are on the way, but mate, so is the mutalist. So are the Mutalists, and the spores are not going to be done by the time these Mutalists arrive.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, the mutas, they get distracted by one of the Overlords, so it looks like the spores may just finish in time. How much more can these mutas really do? They get on top of the spore.
The spore finishes, but there's not enough energy for transfusion, and there's only 1 queen here. The drones are forced to run out, and meanwhile, Bioice is going for a full counterattack because he knows that his army is good for nothing here.
Exactly. He has to do something with his army. At the same time, the roaches come in, and now the roaches are going to finish off Bioice here in the natural. Meanwhile, the mutas don't go back. Okay, some of them will go back home, but now we're going into a full-on base trade.
Yeah, and you know the saying, mate, never base trade against Vitalisk.
Exactly, especially when Cham already started, right? The third base is about to die. The natural is also on fire right now. Like, I don't know if Bioice can pull this off. To be fair, he does have a lot of roaches.
Yeah, that's a lot of roaches, mate, but the Mutalists are here. They are shooting up the roaches, and the roaches cannot shoot up. So eventually this is going to be clean. The question is, will Bioice be able to do enough damage to kill Cham before he finishes?
That's
because,
the
mate,
question.
Bioice himself have taken a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, he lost his base. He did keep a lot of workers alive, though. I will commend Bioice on that. The roach count is still relatively strong here from Bioice. Maybe he can take down another base, but that's a lot of mutas. Oh my god.
They're killing a lot of workers, but they won't be able to kill the base in the end.
That they will not. In the end, the roaches will be cleaned up, and now the muta flock, the apocalypse of mutas, is going across the map. 27 mutas. Are there enough spores? Oh, they're starting now.
Okay, mate. It's okay, mate. Bioice has 1 queen. He got it.
He's got 1 queen. He does not have enough energy for a transfuse. The overlords are going down. Oh god.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the end of game number 1, and Cham is going to take it in a really explosive fashion, I would say.
I mean, as you said, it was very back and forth between the 2 players, right? For a very long time, you know, they just couldn't kill each other. They couldn't get that knockout punch that they were waiting for until the mutas came out. And now, you know, now Bioice, he's stuck on 2 bases. He doesn't really have an answer. He's going to try and go into infestors, it looks like, which is very ambitious. And I'll be honest, part of me feels like if Cham just brought all his mutas together, he could probably overwhelm one of these bases.
Yeah, easily. I mean, spores are good, mate, but they are not that good.
Although the infestation pit.
And look, the infestation pit is cancelled.
Ay.
Yeah, this is a horrible position for Bioice. He's stuck on 2 bases. He has nothing to fight this Mutalisk. And this is a nice, cute little run by roaches, but unfortunately there's a spine and there are Mutalists waiting for him.
Yeah. He will get a couple of drones, I guess, but 4 drones for the entire roach army isn't necessarily worth it. Bioice has a plan, though, I guess. He just got BotA. He already has tunneling claws. There we go. Roach is now gonna burrow and tunnel across the map, try and deal some damage. I don't know how successful they're going to be. No, the infestation pit, not again! Transfuse! Oh god!
There is transfuse, but there is not enough. The DPS of the Mutalist is more than enough, and again, no infestation pit, no infestors, no hive. Ooh, this is really bad for Bioice, who is now 20 supply behind of his opponent.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time he's making the infestation pit. Ay. This time, hopefully, it will finish up. Meanwhile, roaches are across the map. Bioice will confirm that the main base has not been retaken. He's going to try and find some damage elsewhere. Meanwhile, Cham hasn't stopped taking. He's going to not just Hydras, he's got a Lurker Den on the way.
So, mate, let's say you are Bioice. What do you do?
I mean, this makes sense, right? Going for all these roach counterattacks to try, because there are no spores. There's not a lot of detection here for Cham. So maybe you can make something happen. And again, going into Vipers or Infestors, like that's the only way to come back here. Oh god, oh god. Oof. But yeah, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Cham. Like 5 Infestors are finally on the way. The problem is that Cham, he's getting ready to lose his mutas, and here come the Roaches.
Yeah, Roaches on BotA. There is nothing here to defend, but the mutants are just quickly going to come back, and there we go. Deal with it. There's an overseer here, so BotA is not going to matter much. On the other side of the map as well, the Roaches are coming in, but again, the mutants are just a second away.
Oh, that they are. The mutas finally show up, but more drones are going down. A very significant amount of drones, I might add, as 20 drones already fall. And there is no pneumatized carapace. There's no overlord speed. So these roaches, they will be able to borrow away.
Yeah, I gotta say, those roaches did a lot more damage than I thought they would. And look, here come the roaches for a second round on the natural base.
Yeah, again, this is what Bioice needs to do to get back into this. Like, Bioice, he has almost evened up the worker count. He's forcing Cham to waste lava rebuilding drones. And slowly, these Infestors are gathering that energy.
Man, those 5 Infestors plus another 5 that are on the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this many Infestors for one player since Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. The problem is that I don't think Infestors are a very good answer to the Lurkers, but one Lurker gets picked off.
Nice pick off by Bioice, and again, the Roaches are going to pick up as many workers as they can.
Yeah, and quickly checking the units tab. Okay, we have 7 Lurkers here for Cham, and 2 more being morphed in. Again, pushing into Lurkers with just Infestor. Like,
oh no!
Oh god! Oh god!
Infestor.
Oh no! Infestors, please! Yeah, like, I almost want to say it's unwinnable. Like, what do you do against Lurkers like this? He's gonna try and get on top of them.
Nice fungal on the Lurkers, but the Infestors are all amassed up, and they're gone, mate. The Infestors are gone. Nice fungal on the Mutalisk, so he may be able to take out the Mutalisk, mate, but the Lurkers are killing the Infestors, mate, and there we go. The last of the Infestors is fast fallen, and now what does Bioice has, mate? He only has 55 supplies and nothing else, and GG.
GG, well played. Bioice did end up killing all the mutas in the end. The Infestors served their purpose, but he did not have an answer to the Lurkers. Cham does take game 1. Wow.
Mate, do you know what's the best part about this is?
What's the best part?
This is only game number 1, mate.
We
have at least 2 more maps that are probably going to be equally intense as this one.
Yes, this was very intense, very close between these 2 players. Oh boy. Cham risking a lot, going into the mutas when he did, and yeah, it was a very nice game. Very nice game. And once again, I'm honestly impressed with how Bioice played that out. Like, obviously he lost and he was in a really, really rough position. But he did the best that he could with what he had.
Yeah, he did the best he could. He did the best he could. And to be honest, the best he could, that was almost good enough to kill Cham. So mate, he has at least 2 more tries to do it. And I believe he can. I do not think this series is going to end with a 3-0 for Cham.
We'll see. It doesn't look like it should, right? It looks like the series should end up closer than that. But we'll see as we're getting ready to dive into game 2.
Yes, we're about to find out. And welcome everyone to map number 2, Lightshade LE. And wow, what the hell happened here? The blue player here who just killed off one larva. This is Cham.
Oh my god. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Lightshade LE, currently getting 12 pulled. We have the Canadian Zerg representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is Bioice.
I mean, you say 12 pull, I will call it more like 12 and a half pull. Because of that cancel drone at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was weird. That was a weird thing to start the game with. So, what do you think? Cham just change his mind at the last minute or something?
I mean, it is a habit to like instantly make that first drone, right? Like it's something ingrained in you. So it's possible that Cham accidentally made it and then canceled it. The other thing is that is showing off right now is that there are some players who canceled their first drone so that their larva is lined up like this, and they have 3 ready all exactly at the same time for the first wave of lings.
What? But isn't it exactly the same if you don't?
It's slightly mistimed, I believe. I could be wrong on that one, but I'm fairly sure if you don't do the cancel, it is they like I think 4 come out and then the other 2 are a little bit later.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. You lose like 10 or 15 minerals when you cancel the drone, right?
It's worth it, man.
Well, we're about to find out, mate, because Bioice is about to get 12 pulled.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, oh boy, the lings are about to show up. Bioice, he should be pulling some boys here. He does pull 1 just to confirm. And yeah, already a lot of damage is being sustained here.
There we go. The 8 drones for Cham coming in, and the 8 7 for Cham, as you say, and here comes Bioice runs. Let's see if the fight is good enough, and the answer so far is no, it's not. Cham is doing a lot of damage to the hatchery. He may be able to take it even.
I am so surprised by the few amount of drones that were pulled. I was like, what? 6 drones, that's it? And the hatchery will fall. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. And the drones of Cham, the settings of Cham are still here. They're doing threatening stuff, mate.
Mate, the hatchery's getting lower and lower.
They will not get. They will not get.
Mate, it's getting lower. Oh god. Oh god. Oh.
Ooh. It barely survived with about 50 HP, but
Jesus.
But that was closer than it had to be.
That was very close, mate. That was oh my god. Yeah, right now Bioice is going to be rushing across the map. There are already 2 queens here. The wall is about to be set up for Cham. There it is. I said there it is. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. And we'll see how things go from here. Obviously, to catch up, Bioice is double expanding. Like, he has to, right, to catch up in terms of the larva that he's going to have available to him. Ling speed is going to be much faster for Bioice, but Cham doesn't care because he is fully walled off here.
Yeah, fully walled off. He has not even started his roach speed. I mean, is he going to go just full roaches from here on out? No, I don't think so. But I find it pretty weird that he has not... Okay, he doesn't have any gas. What did he use his gas for? Okay, +1 melee and that's it?
Oh yeah, this is a very interesting decision when it comes to the upgrades, Darky.
Yeah, +1 melee instead of settling speed at the beginning.
Yeah, he's prioritizing his upgrade. There we go, Ling speed finally does start. But a very interesting choice. Like, does he really plan on going for a Ling Flood? Or is he setting himself up to go mutas again? Like, avoiding your investment into roaches, like, it does free up a lot of gas later on. I'm curious. Ling Flood? What?
I mean, he's building a lot of settlings.
Oh my god, that is a lot of Zerglings. He's banking them up. Yeah.
2 base settling all in. Why not?
Oh
Why not?
God.
Bioice is going in for a quick lair, and with the 3 bases he has, those Cham must know about the 3 bases, right?
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah, he does. He knows. He knows. So yeah, maybe he's trying to get Bioice caught off guard
Oh yeah.
and just kill him with a lot of links.
He's pulling an Eric right now. No, he
Oh
pulls, he
no,
moves out
the
of
link
position.
managed to enter.
No, it's too soon. Oh my god, Cham, he has to pull the trigger now, and Bioice knows he's making roaches. He's walling off.
Yeah, he's gonna wall off, and oh no, this was a little disaster. Like +1 attack, and settling speed is about to finish for Cham, and there we go. But mate, it was too soon.
Yeah, exactly. Now, best case scenario, Cham is able to kill the third base. He's going to be able to get a nice surround here in a lot of these roaches. Oh my god, can he get in? The wall's not a wall. Oh my god, he gets in.
The wall's not a wall. A lot of settlings managed to get in, mate, but there's roaches here, and I think Cham will be able to do damage. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do game-ending damage, though.
Yeah, again, this third base should fall here. Cham, he wants more, though. He's being a little bit greedy, and he got another surround on the roaches.
Yeah, he's trading very well against Bioice, though.
That he is. He has to be careful. In the end, the third base will survive, but he gave that up to kill more roaches instead.
Ooh, I mean, I don't know. It was obvious that Cham wanted to end the game with that engagement. But the question is now, did Cham did enough damage to Bioice so that he's going to survive the next blow that Bioice is coming on through? I think he will. I mean, these are a lot of roaches, but not enough roaches to kill him. Especially because look, Cham has already roaches of his own. He has Ravagers even.
Yeah, again, I mean, we were talking about it, right? Like, Cham focused on killing roaches across the map. Because of that, the counterattack is so much weaker in comparison, and now Cham will easily be able to clean this up, and Cham is getting ready for wave number 2. Nothing but links are in production. No more drones for Cham. He wants to end the game.
Yeah, he may be able to. I mean, 77 supply for Bioice, 96 for Cham, and most of that difference in supply is army mates.
That it is, and this third base, it's forfeit. There's no way that Bioice can hold on to it. And oh my god, Cham, he goes for the surround.
Yes, and he does. He surrounds the roaches. He surrounds the queen as well. And man, this is the beginning of the end, I believe. Even though Bioice has the +1 attack for the roaches, this is probably not going to be able to be enough.
Oh god, exactly. I mean, so far Bioice is holding at the natural, but again, the third will fall. All the roaches that are popping out of the third are falling as well, and now Cham can focus on the main attack.
Oh, the Ravagers have no mid shield left, so they're going to be taken out, but at what cost?
Yeah, exactly. The Lings are a little bit too late. They finally show up, but now there's only one Ravager left. Despite that, Cham, can he somehow make this happen? A lot of these roaches are already low from earlier. Hey, Lings are pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. More Ravagers are being moved in. The Lings managed to get in.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I think this is the beginning of the end, mate. 40 supply difference between these two players. The workers are now falling, and this is GG, mate. And Cham takes game number 2 in this best of 5 series.
GG with a very strong 12 pool. The follow-up wasn't as strong as it could have been, but I think Cham had a really nice transition there, you know, like he knew that he was pulling things a little bit too early, so he had to transition. He was making roaches behind it. He was working on +1 carapace, and yeah, wow, what a game.
What a game indeed, mate. And Cham managed to take it out 2-0, mate. And we are now going into 2000 atmospheres. It's going to be on map number 3. What do you think about this map, like, for a ZvZ?
Oh boy. I mean, we saw what happened to Eric on this map. I think it can be a very good map as long as you have your overlords in position. There are a lot of pathways that you have to keep an eye on. That can be one of the frustrating things about this map, you know, for those Ling run-bys and roach pushes. But as long as you have everything where it needs to be, then we could be in for a longer one. But we'll see, because again, Cham surprised me in game 2 with the 12 pool opening, like showing us that he can be aggressive as well.
Do you know who was probably most surprised for that 12 pool?
Bioice.
No, mate. That poor lava that got cancelled.
Oh god, poor guy.
He never had a chance. he could have been anything made, and he got cancelled.
He could have been anything. In the end, he was nothing. Oh, feels bad, man. Oh god. But yeah, here we go. Game 3, potentially the final game here. And then this is where I would love for Bioice to be the 1-12 pool, you know? Turn things around, right?
We'll see, mate. We'll see. The map is loading. 2,000 atmospheres. The last bastion, the last defense that Bioice has to do. Can he make the comeback? Can he start the comeback here?
That's the question.
And here we go, people. Welcome to the third map in this best of 5 series, and spawning here. Currently up 2-0. Only one map away for qualifying. This is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have the Canadian Zerg player. He is red, representing Storm Gaming. It is Bioice.
Not well put, light. Are you sad about this?
Yes. I'm very disappointed. Both players going for hatch versus hatch first? Really? Ugh. Shaking my head. So far, yeah, gonna be.
You heard him here first, people. Whenever you see light VIP on ladder, take a pull first for him.
Yes, do it. Do it for do it for light.
No. I say whenever they play versus you on ladder, expect a pull first.
Yes. I despise players who go hatch first in ZvZ, mate. Oh my god. What are they thinking? But we'll see. We'll see how things go here. Again, personally, I would love for this series to go on a little bit longer. I know Bioice has it in him, but yeah, last game luck wasn't favoring him there, especially with that 12 pool. Like losing the hatchery like that, it really does hurt.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate by Bioice in the last game. He was a little indecisive, I think, when he went to confront those Zerglings that were attacking his hatchery.
Yeah.
And he almost lost it twice. Almost.
He did. It was it was disgusting.
But look, that was the previous game. This is a new game. This is a blank slate for him. He can do and correct and rectify his mistakes from the previous games, and maybe able to take one map out of Cham, maybe even the entire series.
He definitely can, and this is the beginning, potentially, right? As this game is incredibly centered, all players have gone for their third bases. Bioice a little bit more aggressive compared to Cham. Once again, it does just seem to be what he prefers, as we've seen him take third and third again at the more forward location, and this time no one has skipped their Bailey nest.
Yes, no one is skipping the Bailey nest. It is interesting that Bioice went for more Zerglings than Cham. Is Bioice planning to do like a heavy Zergling push, maybe?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Unfortunately, he was supply blocked a little bit there after losing that Overlord. Like these queens, it can be so frustrating when that happens in ZvZ when the injecting queens come out and take out an Overlord. But yeah, they get away with it, and Bioice so far is sticking to droning up for now. Just a couple of safety lings and scatterlings.
Starks in the chat asks, why do Evos spawn Broodlings? And the answer is quote unquote balance.
Balance, mate. Balance. I think the only building that doesn't is gas geysers, right? Yeah.
Gas geysers and of course spines and spores.
True. That would be in balance if they. Oh god.
can you imagine the drone rushes with the spines in a
Yeah,
CvZ?
that would be disgusting. Ay, ay, ay. Oh god.
But yeah, Cham managed to scout his opponent as Erling managed to get in all the way to the main base. And meanwhile, mate, Cham is going for a fast lair.
Oh boy, that is a very fast lair. They're much faster compared to Bioice's lair, and we'll see what it's going to be for. I mean, obviously, we still have +1 range on the way, so this should be for a much faster roach speed, but we have seen Cham go into spires afterwards.
Arskeyer, or however it's pronounced in the chat, says, like, you always go hatch first in your ladder games.
Exclamation mark Funara ARJ Skater, because clearly this man doesn't pay attention to my ladder games. Clearly. Oh my god. Slandering my name, saying I go hatch first all the time? Mate. I do, but not in ZvZ. I do in ZvT and against BotA. Oh boy. Alright, and there it is.
Roach Speed's coming in quickly for Cham. The lair has now finished for Bioice, and he's also starting Roach Speed. So it is going to be a Roach heavy game.
Yeah, it is. I'm also surprised by the speed that Cham expanded and took his 4th base. Like that's a fast 4th, man. Oh my god. And Cham sees the spire. Wow.
Big brain plays coming here from Cham, immediately going for the Hydra Den. So yeah, the Spire is going to be completely useless this game.
Oh my god. Now the question is, Bioice knows he got scouted, right? So will he really commit and go into mutas? Question mark? Like the bigger brain play from here is for Bioice to just go Roach Ravager.
Yeah, but what is Cham knows that Bioice knows that he knows. So instead of him going for Hydralis, he doesn't go for Hydralis. But then what did Bioice knows that Cham knows that he knows that he knows that he knows? And he goes for mutas all the way anyway.
But does he know?
Apparently not, because neither of these players are mind gaming the other and are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So Cham is going for roaches and now a lurker den behind this. And now the Spire for Bioice just finished and he's not doing anything with it. Instead, he's going for a lot of roaches and attack at the moment.
Exactly, and this is the correct play to go for. Cham went for a secondary, even a 3rd scout to confirm that the Spire was not cancelled. And it wasn't cancelled, sure, but it's not being used. Which makes a lot of sense here. Bioice going for the more stronger Roach Ravager push can even end the game. But Cham, because of his fast Hydra Den and his fast Lurker Den, like the Lurkers are already going to be finished by the time these Roaches come across the map. And without Ravagers, like what the hell is Bioice going to do to Lurkers?
He may be able to, I don't know, mate. Maybe suddenly Cham has a power outage in his phone.
It's possible. All right, mutas are finally on the way. We'll see how useful they're going to be. I mean, they can clear out overlords at least. So, you know, they can do something, right? And these roaches do have potential. Problem is that Cham sees everything. And as long as his lurkers are in position, like, there's no way for these roaches to push in.
There we go. Mutalisk coming in. Cham sees the Mutalisk. But this board's almost ready. He has a bunch of Hydras everywhere. Probably also a bunch of Queens.
Oh, there's only one lurker?
Yeah, only one lurker here. The roaches managed to get in, mate. But he needs to be careful because there are more lurkers here that are not being revealed. And those roaches, even though they didn't die, they did receive a lot of damage.
Yeah, that was beautifully done though by Bioice. Like he snaked around and ate up a chunk of Cham's roaches and snaked back. Like that was beautiful to see. That was like a fish swimming through water. Oh my god, that was crazy. And Bioice is maxed out. The big thing that he's lacking is an answer to the lurkers. And it looks like this is what I was dreading. Bioice wants to go into his own lurkers.
Yeah, we are going to go probably into a longer game here, people. So buckle up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, strap yourselves in. No safety first. As a hive is on the way first for Bioice. There's the lurker den. So Hydra, Lurker, Viper is what we want to end up with for these two players. Oh my god. Again, Cham donating a lot of roaches here. To be fair, he does want to get rid of the roaches, but yeah, he has to be careful.
I don't know, mate. Let's see how this finish up. The thing that Bioice at least has up at the moment is that he has the map control. Like Cham cannot escape and probably cannot build any more bases at the moment. And wow, I cannot believe that how effective these mutas are being.
Yeah, they take out the gas. Yeah, there's not that many of them, but they're doing a really good job so far here for Bioice. No, they were left alone. Bioice, please.
A bunch of Mutalists went down over there, and yeah, I mean, Bioice is maxed out, so the moment to attack, I think, is now for him. And might as well throw away the Mutalist, because let's be honest, it's not going to be very useful from now on.
They aren't going to be very useful. The only thing that they can do is maybe try and zone out or try and snipe the Vipers. Vipers are on the way for Cham. Rich Ravager dips in a little bit, but doesn't get too much. And what Bioice is doing is that he is up on bases because of that map control. But I do think that his army is a little bit worse because of the pure Roach Ravager he has, and he needs to clear up supply for his own lurkers.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not sure if he will be able to. Cham finally managed to move out, but he needs to be careful. The army of Bioice is here.
Oh.
It is huge and it's composed mostly of roaches. And look, he managed to catch the army of Cham out of position, and he goes and enters into Cham's territory.
Let's go. Base trade, people, as Cham does not turn around. And now Bioice is going to be able to take down this base. What's important is that Bioice, he starts the base trade first. Like he's already in the Mineral Alliance.
Yeah, let's see how this works out in the end. Bioice splits his army all the way in three chunks to attack each base. Is Cham doing something similar at the moment, but there are spines on one of the bases, so they can defend. Both players loses a lot of drones. Cham 54, Bioice 39 and counting. Wait, what are we gonna have at the end of this?
What's important is that Bioice has been losing supply, and as he's been losing it, he's been making lurkers. He made lurkers across the map, so now he does have the same tools to work with. Ooh, a lot of the spines get taken out in the main base of Bioice, and all these hatcheries will get taken out. We may end up in a scenario where Bioice needs to save some drones, otherwise he may just lose from elimination.
Let's see, there are 0 drones for Bioice, 15 drones for Cham. And Bioice is also supply block, mate.
Yeah,
so...
and look, Cham, he's set up defensively here at the base. Like Bioice can't push in.
Oh no, mate! Is this the end for Bioice? Did Bioice is gonna lose by drone?
Yeah, Bioice. He started the base trade, but he wasn't ready for it. Oh
no.
Okay, Bioice, he has come back home, but he is down to 2 buildings, the Spire and the Hatchery. He will be able to force away the army here, but again, 2 buildings, that's all he's got left.
Yeah, but only 1 hatchery. Finally, drones are starting to come out, but oh no.
Spire goes down. Only 1 hatchery, that's all that Cham needs to kill. Drones pop out.
Yeah, this is a lot of lurkers that Bioice I don't think can defend them. There we go. Two of the drones immediately die, and all the army of Bioice also dies, and I don't think Bioice can survive this.
Exactly.
Think this is gonna be it.
What's gonna happen first? The GG or the building, as the building is gonna go down.
GG, mate. Cham takes the series 3-0, and he qualifies for the mid-season playoffs.
Wow. GG in a very spectacular fashion. Cham takes it. Even though Bioice started the base trade, he was on top of the army, on top of the bases first. He wasn't on top of all the bases. He didn't go for that fourth base of Cham. Cham, his crisis management was on point. He fortified that base immediately. And unfortunately, Bioice didn't save any drones. He didn't have any on the map, so he had to come all the way back home.
Yeah, and that was it, mate. That was it. Cham takes the series 3-0, and we have the first player qualify for the big event in what does it start? I think next month, if I recall correctly.
Yes, it may be next month. I'm not too sure myself. But regardless, congratulations to Cham. Well played. Does 3-0 Bioice. Did honestly, his series versus Eric could have gone either way. It was a very close series there to begin with. But there we go. Cham does make it through. And as you were saying earlier, we did have a forfeit in the lower bracket, so we're already in our next qualifying match.